Wrangell-St. Elias National Park is not just big, it's almost impossible to comprehend. The first time I flew into Wrangell-St. Elias, I remember looking out the window of the bush plane and just not understanding what I was seeing. Mountains in every direction, valleys choked with ice that seemed to go on forever, and no sign that anyone ever goes down there. That was nearly 30 years ago. I still don't fully understand it. Most people lead with the stats, how this is the largest national park in the country, larger than Yellowstone, Yosemite, and Switzerland combined. The park sees fewer visitors in an entire year than most popular parks might see in a single day. But those are just numbers. In a place like this, the numbers don't really matter. What matters is that feeling you get when the plane leaves. It's just you, your pack, and a valley with no name. And then you start walking. The north side of the park feels dry and wide open. Volcanic rock, broad valleys, massive mountains rising straight out of the landscape. The south side is greener, steeper. The valleys are tighter, the vegetation thicker. Everything feels stacked on top of itself. Backpacking here isn't about racking up miles. Out here, wilderness still sets the rules. Forget about trails. We move across tundra, scree, glaciers, whatever the landscape puts in front of us. We find our way by map, GPS, satellite imagery, but mostly experience. I've spent a lot of time in this park over the years, and it never starts to feel predictable. You don't finish your trip and think, I've got this figured out. Instead, you come back and realize the landscape has changed. Valleys that were open last time feel completely different now. Glaciers have pulled back, rivers have shifted. That uncertainty is part of the place. I remember one season, a route Rain and I had used for years just vanished. The river had moved 3 miles across the valley floor and took our trip plan with it. Suddenly, the route you had in your head doesn't matter anymore. That's kind of the deal out here. You adapt as you go. You read the terrain. You make decisions with what's actually in front of you, not what you had hoped would be there. We've been guiding here for over 25 years now. Wow, how time flies, eh? The company started as just me, Carl, and now it's a we with a great group of people, but the approach hasn't changed. We keep our group small because we want you to feel what we felt when we first started coming here. That end of the world feeling, that's what we're here to share. We're pretty deliberate about protecting that. We do our best not to overlap our trips with others. Why travel to some of the most remote country in America to camp on top of another group? Our priorities are simple. Don't rush the quiet parts. See what's over the next ridge. Eat some great food and look after one another. Wildlife is part of daily life out here. Grizzly bears, black bears, wolves, Dall sheep and goats way up high. You're not just passing through their space, you're sharing it. That awareness changes how you walk, where you camp, and how you think about risk. One of the things that keeps pulling me back to the backcountry of Wrangell-St. Elias is the sense of space. There are days, there can be weeks, where you won't see another person. No trails, no roads, just distance in every direction. It's hard to explain what that does to you. Wrangell-St. Elias isn't a place you ever finish exploring. You don't check it off a list. You step into it for a while, learn what you can, and then leave knowing that by the time you come back, it'll be different all over again. And honestly, that's exactly why it keeps calling me back.